Oh yeah, they, our motherfucker alcoholic. Like they really, they say they drunk out Jesus. This place sick. Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, we like to give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Kakadash.
We'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that teach the word in all true faith and sincerity. And we're the brothers of Great Millstone Church here in Birmingham. And once again, what we are here to do is prophesy against Babylon the Great. Which is America, man. That's the decree that the Lord sent forth to do in this lifetime. Matter of fact, somebody get Jeremiah 30, start at verse 24. Who else got it? At Jeremiah 30 and 24.
This book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 24. The fierce anger of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua shall not return until he have done it.
So as you can see, the Lord is hot right now. Look at the wickedness that you see on the planet Earth, man. It is grievous, in the sight of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua to look, see this place, man. And it plays out through us, to be vexed on a daily and constant, every hour on the hour, man. And the Lord said his anger is not going to be appeased until he done it, man. And how's that anger going to be on display? By the way of the famine, the teeth of wild beasts, war, evil and pestilence. This is how the Lord is going to appease his wrath. It also speaks about how the Lord created those spirits created for vengeance to appease his wrath. Matter of fact, somebody get that. Read that again, bro.
Jeremiah 30 and 24. The fierce anger of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua shall not return until he have done it.
Yeah, so the God of the Bible is really angry, man. This is not everybody come together and let's all love Jesus. No, this is not it, man. That's that false that facade that these people have put, and associated with the Bible, that once you get to the New Testament, it's just all love. It's not that old angry God, that angry God of the Old Testament. But you finna see the anger of the Lord on display. You got it out.
And until he have performed the intents of his heart.
And the intents of the Lord's heart is written throughout the scriptures. His intents and purposes. And what is the perfect will of the Lord? What is his intents and purposes in this lifetime? The destruction, man. The violent overthrow of Babylon the Great and everything that comes with it, man. When you think about America, what comes with that is a stench that comes with America. You got LGBTQIZ. You got shameless women, feminine men. Man, I hate this place. The diet, everyone is on pork. They actually own pork. Right. That's like a drug. Right. And you can see it through their actions. You got it out.
In the latter days, ye shall consider it.
See, it said so that show you that's when the first angle is going to be on display in its perfection. In the latter days, it said ye shall consider it, which one of the definitions for that word consider is to teach. Mm-hmm. So that's what we doing. We teaching the first anger of the Lord. The Lord, and it makes sense. Out by Shema Shai, open our eyes and see why he's going to destroy. He's a just power. He ain't just going. He can do it just because. It ain't got to be no reason why, but he's a just power. The Lord has given us a reason because he brought. He did this because of that. But whoever got that Sirach 39 and start at 28.
This Sirach, Ecclesiastes 39, in verse 28, it says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance.
And who created those spirits? Yahweh Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. Because you know these modern Christians, you know, they're saying the devil working up. You know what I mean?
Right.
No, it was the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, that was behind, that orchestrated. He the one that sent Satan. Satan get his orders from the Lord, man. You got it, why?
Which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
Which in their fury lay on sore strokes. And that's really the fear of the Lord being expressed. You got it up.
It says, in the time of destruction, they pour out their force.
See, and guess what? When is that time? The latter days, man. And it said it's going to pour out their force because ultimately these things are going to be overwhelming, man. The Lord is going to overwhelm America with plagues. It's going to be as a flood. It's going to be an overwhelming presence of evil. You ain't just going to be worried about the famine. You know, you ain't going to just be worried about getting drafted, war, or the beasts of the field. It's going to be all these plagues at once, man. They hit you in the face. You got it, huh?
It says, in the time of their destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
So that's why I said the Lord, ain't gonna return till he have done it, man. So once cause you feel better, you know, you got a chance to lunch at somebody, you feel better then, you know, in a sense. Your wrath has been appeased, man. And you see a nigga getting judged, you're like, yes. Scooter. Yeah, that nigga, man. Fuck him. Good. Call all y'all by Hashem Yahushua. He had a dishonorable death. This nigga even died in the shootout. This nigga broke his leg and died. Then you went out bad, nigga. You were better off dying in the shootout. Since your persona, this big dope guy, which whatever you did, guess what? You went out bad. You didn't go out as that gangster that you supposed to be. You died with a broken leg. Nigga probably panicked and blagged to death. Cause that way it happens, you know. Niggas get to panicking. Now you bleed, you got eternal bleed, all that. You know what I mean? God,
This is Sirach chapter 36 and verse 7. Raise up indignation,
right,
and pour out wrath.
See, it said raise up indignation and pour out wrath. And that indignation that's gonna raise up, it's gonna come out the grounds, which is those missiles, man. And it said to pour out wrath. Because when you pour something, it's not dripping. It's in its fullness, it's like full force, man. Like you dumping something out. You don't just come and just take it piece by piece. It's being poured out, meaning it's gonna be a overwhelming presence of that wrath of the Lord, man. And this is a prayer. When you started the first verse, this is actually a prayer for the petition of the Lord to bring forth his destruction, man. You got it right.
Take away the adversary and destroy the enemy.
See? And we witnessing that prayer playing out. Now the Lord is answering that, man. Taking away the enemy. And what was that last part?
It says, and destroy, also like it, take away the adversary and destroy the enemy.
And destroy the enemy. And that's going to be by the way of the missiles, man. That's going to cement this man's downfall. You know, World War III. Hey, we looking forward to it, man. We want that to come. We want the destruction to come, man. That's going to lead to our peace. You know? You got it out.
It says, sake the time short, remember the covenant, and let them declare thy wonderful works.
And that's what you seeing today, man. Declaring the wonderful works of the Lord, which the works of the Lord are terrible. Somebody get me that in the Psalm 66. And verse 5, and also somebody give me Psalm 145. The works of the Lord is, you think of the trees, the birds, of course the creation. But the works of the Lord is concerning these terrible events that happens on the earth. He really put his signature on these events. Yeah, the Lord created the birds. He created everything. But it's certain works he really wants you to know he did, man. Just like the destruction of Babylon the Great, which is America in the scriptures, the Lord, the God of the Bible, is the one that's going to do it. You got it up.
Psalm 145.
Oh, no, let me get Psalm 66 first.
This Psalm 66. Psalm 66 and verse 5, it says, come and see the works of the Most High.
Yeah, come, see the works of the Lord, man. And what they entail, you got it.
It says, he is terrible in his doing towards the children of men.
So the Lord is really known for the destruction of Sodom.
Right.
The violent overthrow of Egypt. What he did to Nineveh. What he did to Babylon. Even in these modern times. Slavery. These wars, Yahweh Shah behind that, man. These terrible events. It said he is terrible in his doings toward the children of men. So that's the works of the Lord, man. So what about this perfect work? The climax of this, man, which is the destruction of America. We seeing this art, you know, this work of art in real time, man. That's going to the every brush, stroke of the brush. You seeing this painting coming about into this beautiful masterpiece, which is this, the destruction, man. You got that Psalm 145. You started on verse 4.
Psalms 145 and 4. One generation shall praise thy works to another and declare thy mighty acts.
So that's what you seeing. You seeing the men of old when you read 2nd Esdras, the first chapter talks about in the last days the Lord is going to set up leaders, which are the prophets. And what they set to do, declare the mighty acts of the Lord. As I mentioned, Nineveh, Egypt, Sodom and Gomorrah, which America fits those same characteristics of those previous kingdoms that I mentioned. They pretty much fit the characteristics. So guess what? The same judgment is going to take place as well.
Right.
A nigga get 10 years for having a dirty pistol. The next nigga that get caught with a dirty pistol, what you think he gonna get? 10 years, man. So guess what? Same thing. Sodom was set for an example not to be alphabets. And what was the results? That fire and brimstone have came down. What you see today? The LBSYZ, man. So what's going to be the results of living that lifestyle? The destruction, man. You got it, right?
I will speak of thy glorious honor. Excuse me. I will speak of the glorious honor of thy majesty and of thy wondrous works.
Yep, and that's why we constantly speak on Egypt and the other works of the Lord, man. These are the wondrous works of Yahweh Shah. He's a terrible power, man. And these people will really find out. And it's been a lot of these so-called Israelites that be coming out lately. These effeminate, yeah, man. You niggas gonna be put to death, man. The Lord is gonna kill millions of Israelites. That niggas that know they Israelites, man. Cause now you in striking range. You trying to come into the courts, the Lord gonna smack you, man. Because you coming with the wrong approach. This is a certain way you supposed to enter into you couldn't enter into the temple drunk, You had to come in a certain state, and these niggas coming in reckless with that baggage of America. And ultimately that's gonna leave you destroyed. Matter of fact, somebody can look up that I don't know, was it Achan when he bought the Babylonian garment? You can continue on that.
Come. And men shall speak of thy mighty acts, and I will declare thy greatness.
See? Read that again.
Come. And men shall speak of the might of thy terrible acts, and I will declare thy greatness.
See? So it said, men shall speak of the might of thy terrible acts. So that's what we go ahead. That's how you know a true indicator of a prophet, man. Prophesying of war, evil, and pestilence. Let you know that the Lord is about to bring forth powerful work. And it's not gonna be pleasing for those that really dwell here. I believe it's like Joshua is if you got it up.
Start at verse 16.
Yeah, with it,
It's the book of Joshua, chapter 7, and verse 16. So Joshua rose up early in the morning and brought Israel by their tribes and the tribe of Judah was taken. And he brought the family of Judah, and he took the family of the Zarhites, and he bought the family of the Zarhites man by man, and Zabdi was taken, and he bought his household man by man, and Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zerah of the tribe of Judah was taken. And
it was pretty much after, they lost the battle, and they like, damn, what's wrong? What happened? And the Lord pretty much did it, pretty much searching Jerusalem. You got it out.
And Joshua said unto Achan, my son, give, I pray thee, glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, power of Israel, and make confession unto him, and tell me now what thou hast done. Hide it not from me. And Achan answered Joshua and said, indeed, I have sinned against Yahweh, powers of Israel, and thus have I done. When I saw among the spoils a goodly Babylonian garment, and 200 shekels of silver, and a wedge of gold of 50 shekels weight, then I coveted them and took them, and behold, they are hid in the earth in the midst of my tent, and the silver under it.
So pretty much them niggas brought that Babylonian shit, that thing that would defile, which the Lord told them not to touch, and brought them into the camp, man.
Right.
So ultimately, when you jump down and read the results, they got burnt. The nigga and his family got burned, man. So that's what ultimately, that's gonna be the results of you guys that came into this or got a whiff of it, and you want to put your American spin, your feminine spin to it, cause how you feel, you gonna get burned too, man. See, you don't know Yahweh Shema shots. You gonna know him when you get destroyed. You got something for come. You got it,
The
brother.
Lord said he is known by the judgment which he executes.
Right. That's it.
As you mentioned, they're gonna know then, when they feel that fire.
Right. You had something out.
It is Ecclesiastes 43 and verse 29. It says, the Lord is terrible and very great, and marvelous is his power.
See, the Lord is terrible, man, and very great. So Yahweh Shema Shah set up these scenarios. You got Lord brought forth slavery. He made Esau, man.
Right.
And you think everything gonna be all right? No, that's not the case, man. You gonna really find out who the true, how the powers of heavens and earth really operate, man. The Lord is terrible, man. You should fear Yahweh Shema Shah, but you got effeminate Israelites. That's why it's an indicator they're gonna be put to death. Because how they feel. It just showed they've been in America too long. At the end of the day, you got something else? Oh, kind, matter of fact, you got something.
But it's direct. Ecclesiastes 36 and verse 1. Have mercy upon us, O Lord. Yahweh Shema Shah, power of all, and behold us.
Yeah, you see how that prayer starts off by pretty much asking for mercy, man. For the Lord to continue to behold us, which is, the Lord to shine his face upon us, which is, Lord continue to have us to understand this truth, man. Show you how you supposed to approach the powers of heaven and earth, coming humble and asking for mercy, man, because the Lord is coming to bring forth wrath. So what other potential could you have but ask for mercy, man? You got it, Rob.
And send thy fear upon the nations that seek not after thee.
And guess what? That category of nations that don't seek the Lord is niggas, man. That's part of the nations that don't seek the Lord. And it said that fear is going to come upon them, which is these plagues. You gonna know about Yahweh Shema Shah, man. These scholars, niggas say he in a new covenant. But guess what? You gotta go through Jacob's trouble, man.
Right.
You make it seem you already reached the finish line. The chip ain't came yet, man. You got it.
That's like
Yeah.
what niggas talk about the new covenant. And you try to teach the new covenant.
Yeah.
The scripture say you're not going to teach your brother anymore, man. It don't make
Right.
sense.
You
sweating.
Yeah.
Putting in all this work, energy, and time.
Yeah. That's it. You defiling, you drinking a Pepsi,
Right.
then you telling me about the new covenant. That don't work, man.
Right. Nigga, blood pressure up, cholesterol through the roof, and you teaching. Like, come on, bro.
You got it, bro.
Verse 3 it says, lift up thy hand against the strange nations, and let them see thy power.
See, going back to the strange nation, that's you niggas is under that category as well. It talks about that in Isaiah, sinful nation. That's you niggas, man. You gonna see the power of Yahweh Shema Shah. The say they knew not until the flood came. That's when you gonna get well acquainted with the Lord, man. When you get sent to the spirit realm, you got it all.
It says, as thou wast sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us.
So the Lord, it talks about the Lord, we were sanctified through the truth, being separated by the way of this word. And the Lord is going to be exalted through these people by the way of these plagues happening upon them, man. The Lord is going to be exalted among these people when we see their belly button touch their backs. You know, when they're getting chased by mechanical dogs, that's the Lord is going to be magnified because his word is going to be on full display, man. You got it, Rock.
And let them know thee as we have known thee, that there is no power but only thou, O Yahweh Shema Shah.
See, and then shall they know a prophet have been among them. Then you gonna know the Lord after you've been consumed with those plagues, man. So you gonna know Yahweh Shema Shah how we know him. But it's two different sides. That's why we fear. We just hope the Lord keep us. You know, you just gonna be consumed by it. That was it on that.
It says, it says, show new signs and make other strange wonders.
Right.
Glorify.
And this is one of them signs. The Lord sent forth the prophets. You know. And another strange wonder that's going to happen is the Lord sending forth those missiles, man. See, we're in a time where ain't nothing out of the realm of possibility, man. You know? So any and everything is gonna happen, really.
It's like even the chariots, a manifestation of that.
Right.
There's no limitations with the Most High. You see the boundary, the limitless boundaries of the chariots. Right? They can pop up, they can disappear, they can take these different angles. Right? They're not confined to the what would you call it? To
Gravity.
gravity. Right. The
laws
laws of
physics.
physics. Right. They're not bound by the science of this world in a sense.
Right.
They can become small as a pinhead or even large as. So that right there show you that the Most High, man, he can do whatever, man. And you people feel safe, right? You hide behind your status or your financial security, and job, health. These things, these tangible things, right? Carnal things. But then you don't consider that this power, man, is nothing outside of the realm. Or remember Lazarus. When Lazarus died, he was 4 days in the grave. His body started breaking down. Yahweh Shah popped up and brought him right back to how he looked, man. Before he died, man. Brought all the elements back, the snooze. Right?
I say because the earth, they say it got rules.
Right.
There's limitations. But the spirit, that's why I said that realm against realm, the Lord can bring that spirit realm on the earth, man.
Good.
So really, that's gonna be another reason why these people gonna be perplexed. They see these things coming on the earth, they're gonna be pretty much talk about the heart is gonna fail, man. Because they weren't expecting to see these type of things. And that's why even the Lord said, he said, fear not. Because we come into a tense time in history, man. We really in a monumental time in history, man. You know, the return of Yahweh Shai, the last kingdom falling. We actually in a generation where power is about to be transferred and it's gonna come to us, man. Come on, how powerful of a time that we're in, you know. So you don't think the Lord gonna throw the kitchen sink at this place, you know? But y'all got something? You had something? Oh, you want that? Okay, yeah, let me get that. You can talk.
Back in that Sirach, Ecclesiastes 36 and verse 6, it says, show new signs and make other strange wonders. Glorify thy right hand and thy right arm, that they may see, that they may set forth thy wondrous works.
Yep.
Raise up indignation and pour out wrath. Take away the adversary and destroy the enemy.
So this is what we see in the day, man. Lord raising up the indignation and pouring forth wrath, and we just in the beginning stages of it, man. See, it's gonna get a point that it don't have to be explained to you. You know, the Lord, that wrath is gonna be poured forth. It shows that it's gonna be overwhelming. It's not gonna be something that you're gonna be able to control, or no, it's gonna be an overwhelming thing, man. That's why it talks about that that day of the Lord, when you run from a barrack, run into a line. You think you made it safe, but ultimately you're gonna get bit by that serpent, man. So it's gonna be sorrows on all sides. You ain't gonna be able to just think about one plague to focus about. It's gonna be a plethora of plagues, man. You know.
It says, "Sake the time short. Remember the covenant, and let them declare thy wonderful works."
That's what you said. That's why we said, Lord, the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shah, he's the one that's responsible for the destruction of America, man. The Lord is, he's putting his name on it. As we mentioned earlier, you know, of course, he made everything, but it's just certain pieces of work that he does, he want everybody to know about, man. Just like Egypt. The Lord set up Egypt to overthrow it, and guess what? Everybody knew about it. You know? So how much more America, the most wickedest kingdom ever on record? You know?
Well, if I may too, right? Scripture say the Lord take pleasure in judgment, something along those lines. What's that, Jeremiah the 9th chapter? Right? And we touched on it last week. The works of the Most High. What's that, Psalms 92? Somebody get that real quick and look up that word, works. I believe it's Psalm 92 and... Is it Psalm 92? Yeah, 5. Right? Matter of fact, you can read the precept and then look up that word works.
This is Psalm chapter 92 and verse 5. O Lord, how great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep.
Right. So now look up that word works. Most High take pleasure. Oh, you had it already? Yeah, cut. Go ahead.
The Strong's G, this that phrase works. It said the Strong's G Strong's G's H 4639. It says these works of deliverance and judgment.
See, works of deliverance and judgment. So this World War III that's brewing, right? That's going to be a work that the Most High going to take pride in, because in that event it's going to bring forth the destruction, obviously, but that destruction is going to warrant a deliverance. And you see where it's scripted, it's recorded when you go into the records, right? It speaks about different situations where the Lord delivered Daniel, right, from the lions, then the 3 holy children, which is the flood, right? So that work brought about the duality of the Most High, man, right? It was a presentation of the Most High in His perfection, right? On the one hand, the destruction, but on the flip side, the deliverance from that destruction. That's why the scripture said, "Who could deliver out of my hand?"
Right.
Something along those lines.
Yep.
See that? So that's the Most High showing His works, right? And the perfection of those works. But again, He take pride in it. That's why the prophets is out here and pretty much promoting that work. You know, you have an act coming into town. Let's say if you have, we were just speaking about what they had down here.
It's like the cross, like the little dirt bikes.
Yeah, like a dirt bike.
You know what I'm talking about?
Motocross.
Yeah, motocross.
Yeah, the motocross, right?
Motocross.
They didn't just pop up there and you had found out on the fly what's going on. No, they promoted that.
Right.
Probably was a month. They bought certain slots on the radio station. They passed out flyers.
Right.
They hit you up online through the social media outlets, but it was a build up to the actual event. So the Lord in heaven, man, the Lord got the prophets out with signs, tripods, right? And it's all an effort to what? Promote. The scripture speaks about John the Baptist and his mission. He was pretty much what?
A herald.
He was a herald, man. You had that?
I'm gonna look at that word herald.
Yeah, kind of get that, and somebody get that in. Yep.
This is Isaiah 40:1. It said, "Come for ye."
And really, when you go into it, right, you know, you got these clowns, these niggas, cholesterol through the roof, right? You'll be amazed how these niggas still surviving, because you know the Lord say He know how to preserve the wicked.
Yeah, God, yeah.
Man, nigga, vital signs so low if you really paid attention, man. Niggas one swallow away from a coke, collapsing. But they see that word covenant, right? Nigga, a sip away, giving up the ghost. And you talking about you in the new covenant, really, right? The covenant, when you just read it, so remember my covenant. The covenant is the Lord promising to destroy. See, the covenant is not just reduced to one thing. A covenant is anything I promise, or any agreement, or any signature stamp, right? So really, the Lord promised to destroy America, man. That's why the scriptures say, "Set not the time short, remember the covenant," because the Lord said He would no longer destroy the earth with a flood, man.
Right, bro.
So you simple niggas, you want to really get into what covenant we pushing, right? We pushing the covenant of the Most High, swearing in His wrath to destroy America, Babylon the Great, man. But you niggas ain't the prophets of the Most High, right? They rather enter into contention and strife because that's their lot. So a nigga found out one thing we ain't teaching. We already know you got, and you plead to that, right? And now you gonna ride that out, because that's the way you can enter into contention with us. But, come on.
It's Romans 12:2. It says, "Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is the good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High."
Yeah.
And that's what the elder is talking about. What's the perfect will of the Most High?
Right, man.
It's to destroy America, man.
That's it.
And
And
that's
somebody click on that word perfect.
Right.
It's like that.
Yep. And that's what we promote, man. Like the elder say, hey, what the Edomite told us years back when we was at the fountain, y'all remind me of John the Baptist. And that's right, man. We do come in the spirit of John the Baptist.
Yeah.
Because we heralding in, we promoting the destruction of America. We promoting the coming of our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai. That's a great analogy, but the elder used. Nothing just don't pop up,
Right.
and you don't know about it. It takes time for you to promote something, man. You know, to bring it to the people's attention that something finna take place, man.
Right. Especially at work like this.
Especially at work like this.
They have to be thoroughly broken down, and you got to pull out the blue letter. You got to go into the etymology of words and do countless of videos. You even have to put up images.
That's true.
Right. All these things contribute to setting the stage for the Most High moving on America, man.
I got some real quick.
Yeah, come on.
This is the book of Isaiah 42, and verse 8. It reads, "I am the Lord, Yahweh Shai. That is my name, and my glory will I not give to another, neither my praise to graven images." So just going back, as you can see, the Lord, you know, He's not going to just leave it up to anyone's imagination. When the work is done, you're going to say it's JC or Buddha or whoever you think, the universe, your ancestors. No, it was Yahweh Shai. It says, "Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them." So as you can see, that's the Lord, the elder mentioned, promoting His work. So once it springs forth, and that's show you, that's a word that associated with life. That's one of the characteristics of life is growth, you know. So they show you these are living words. Before it actually spring up into your face, into its perfection, it's going to be told of you. The elder going into, you know, being promoted You hear it on the radio. You see the flyers. Then the event here. You see why all these people out and about because that event that was being promoted. So when you see the famine, when you see the ultimate destruction, you just know it was already being promoted, man. The Lord sent forth His prophets to let you know what was up. You know.
Hey, that one thing you can't be surprised. Don't say that you wasn't told, wasn't made aware, even though you stopped your ears up. Hey, that's one thing about the Most High. The Most High is a balanced power, man. Hey, He bring warning before destruction, man. And this is that warning, man. He said, warn them from me in Ezekiel the 3rd chapter. So don't. Hey, what's that? Anticipation. Yeah, anticipation and reaction.
I believe that's. Oh, okay. There's anticipators and reactors.
It's anticipators and reactors.
Yeah.
You know, we anticipate the coming of the Lord because we fall in the same lot as Noah, man. We have been warned, and we believe the report, man. And we coming, we condemning the world, and we building a spiritual ark. It's upon you. It's upon you if you receive these words or not, man.
Right. And Yahweh said, "Now there is no cloak."
That's it.
Right? If I had not come unto them, right? So how did the Lord come unto you, man? Through the prophets. And when you read Isaiah the 62nd chapter, it tells you how the Lord would position these men, and it would be a diligent approach. They would not hold in peace, either day or night. I believe that's Isaiah 62, right? Either day or night. And that, again, contributes to that promotion, man. The Lord thoroughly informing you that He's about to spring into action. And really, to be honest with you, the Lord already working, man. The scriptures say, revive thy work in the midst of the years. You see the nations pretty much at the brink of a third world war. You got reports of blackouts coming, man. The power grid is heavily stressed. See? Not to mention the famine. And the famine gonna really affect you people, man. That's gonna get the attention of you Americans. Because it's normal to see a nigga with a beer belly, you know? Now you get a certain age or whatever, yeah, but it's a little nigga 13, you know what I mean? Right, yeah. Oh, like the guy we saw walking? That was a wonder. A wonder, the eighth wonder. That nigga was 400 pounds, man, and his legs was like sticks. Yeah. And he was moving, that fucker was moving. Right. The preteen, man.
All right, bro.
But that comes from bad diets, and you know, but that's the norm. Right? Why? Because the Lord laid a snare, man. You can eat at your desire, you know, you got food at your fingertips, these different apps, and they push that big is beautiful shit, man. Right? But that's all set up by the Most High. So the Lord gonna combat that, or what's that, Revelation 18:6, I wanna say? Right? Through the delicacies. So the Lord gonna combat that spirit with the spirit of famine, scarcity of harvest, food shortages.
If I make that plague makes sense. You got a term called mukbang, man.
Oh yeah.
You know, you got fast food eating contest. I mean, what they call it, food eating contest, nigga. See how many hot dogs he can throw down, you know. So that show you that plague is fitting for this time, man.
Oh yeah.
Hey, real quick, glad you said that, the spirit. That plague is gonna be fitting for America. Because really that's the root and vice of America. It's eating, man. I got something real quick. It says a gluttonous society refers to a society characterized by excess consumption. That's America. It says
It's an excess consumption. So really, you overeat. Nigga, get a burger with 4 patties on it, man.
true. Yeah. Plus bacon.
Breakfast, brunch.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah.
Snacks.
What the fuck is a snack?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you got a first lunch and a second lunch.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Brunch. Yeah, that was it.
Brunch.
You came up with brunch somehow. Crazy, man.
It says particularly of food.
Or if I may, right, motherfuckers in this society the vibration is to feel some type of way when you ain't ate.
Yeah.
But motherfucker get an attitude with you, man. Or they showing them commercials.
You're not yourself.
You're not yourself, man.
When you're hungry. You have all these folks having these sneaker moments.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Having a motherfucking sneaker moment.
A nigga caused an accident trying to get the goddamn Chick-fil-A.
Right.
That's why the Lord gonna be strong.
Come on, baby. You come on through.
But
it says, particularly of food. See that? That's why it's gonna be a great thing, or that's why it's gonna be a tragic thing when this famine come upon America, because this is a gluttonous society. This is, you got it.
I was like, if I made and this food, especially the people that died, this shit put demons on them, man.
right.
Nigga, he missing a ranch in his Popeye bag, and he'll fucking wreck the whole store, man. Nigga got demons on him because of that diet as well, you know? It's like you got
Oh yeah, cause it's like they full of parasites. Right. The parasites actually, they desire the food.
That's true.
Like the parasites within you,
Crazy.
they have them crazy cravings. Yeah.
It says, particularly of food and other material goods.
Or if I may write something particular, because glutton is not just reduced to eating.
No.
Right? It's overindulging in everything, and that's what you people do, man.
Right.
You over the top with every fucking thing, man.
True.
See, no discipline. Right? And that's another reason why the scriptures refer to this experience as the wide gate, the broad gate, versus the straight and narrow where there's restrictions. Discipline is required. You have to walk that tight rope. See? But when you got room to unwind, you know, you let the belt loose, and that's the mentality and the mindset of you Americans, man, which is perfect. That's the perfect setting for you to be snared. Because a trap, it pretty much sets off a false sense of security. The trap itself, the cheese is laid up to have you think that, you know, it's time for me to unwind and eat jackpot, you know? But the trap itself was designed to put your ass to death. That's why this is the valley of the shadow of death. The battlements of the city, as the scripture says.
A little bit more. It
No,
says,
no, real quick, you had something?
Yeah.
Then we get that
Okay.
straight up.
Just going back, as you mentioned, like the lack of discipline. 2nd Ezra 7:43, it says, "But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past, intemperance is at an end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up." If I may, and that's what this system is about, pretty much corruption, you know, because it talks about how Esau is corrupt, but it says intemperance is at an end, which is pretty much the lack of discipline, man.
Yep.
And that's gonna take place when the Lord shut down these grocery stores, these restaurants.
Right.
You ain't gonna be able to fucking indulge yourself then. You know, it's gonna be a mandatory fast pretty soon, man. Lord gonna make these niggas fast, man.
Like these animals a lot of these animals got more discipline than you human beings. For an example, you know, got a lot of people do this on TikTok and all these social medias. They'll set the food right in front of the dog. And tell it, and you know the dog, that's an animal, man. Set the food right in front of the dog be right there, man. And they don't even touch it. You know what I'm saying? Can't do a fucking human like that. A human ain't like that, man. Like the elder said, man. Motherfuckers just gluttonous, man. This excess. Can't even wait. You get mad because you ain't even fucking eat. Mad.
Yeah, they got no self-control. Like they can know that's someone's old lady, right?
Yeah.
And they just driven and just, you know, out of all the women you can talk to and step down on, just because you know that's, yep, see, that nigga trying to get the Chick-fil-A, yeah. Now, Spirit, I bet you.
You probably had bad last time he was in that.
See, so that's an example of gluttonous, no self-control. There's no parameters with you people, man. So what happens with brute beasts? You have to put them down. And that's why the scriptures speak to America being that great. Can we get that in Jeremiah? I believe it speaks about the word and it's going into that great sacrifice of God. Is that Jeremiah?
I think it was
Isaiah?
Yeah, it's a sacrifice.
You got some word. You got something? Yeah, come on.
You want to say glutton? Deuteronomy chapter 21.
Yep, go, yeah,
Deuteronomy 21 and verse 20. And they shall say unto the elders of his city, this is our son. This our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard.
And if I may, that's what America produced, man. What they call them nowadays, YNs.
Right.
These young niggas, pretty much these brute beasts, you know, that has been given the liberty to just do what the hell they want, man.
Yep.
Which a nigga really want to do is do a speed run to die. You know, a nigga already got in his mind he gon' die. He just want to see how many niggas he can kill before he dies, man. That's the spirit. That's what this place produces. You know, from these so-called black single mothers. It's like a factory of niggas, man. And on a fucking assembly, and it's in a, what they call it the production line when they ramp it up. Yeah, like a mass production, but they put the speed. They added 10 times more, where the shit speed up more, man. Yeah, cause the babies coming out niggery. You know.
Yeah, them babies, them niggas.
Yeah, man.
That's how you know if you're under the influence of the Holy Spirit, when you could put a baby to death.
Yes.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a Christian, you'll say, oh, my, like, you'll be like, oh, I rebuke that thought. In the name of Jesus. No. Here, man, with these little niggas, we embrace it. Like, yeah, that little nigga should be put to death.
Right.
And they highly emotional. The prison packed with guys who made emotional decisions. They put a guy to death based upon how he looked at him, man.
Right.
And they picked up that trait from their mama. Right? It wasn't, you know, you could give someone a nod like, okay, yeah, if your life was on the line, this guy compromised the livelihood of the family, took food off the table, even though we don't excuse that, but you can see where there's at least a little substance there.
Right.
These niggas in the penitentiary, man, as well as the graveyard, based upon how a motherfucker looked at them.
Right.
Or a post a nigga put up on Facebook.
Right. That's sick, man.
Right? And see, this the spirit, man. The Lord just bringing out more and more proof, right? And more evidence that supports the claim that you motherfuckers should be put to death. Right? And the reason why the Lord still got you here is to build up that case more and more. Go ahead.
And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones that he die. So shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall
We was in
hear.
the new covenant. Niggas will be dead already.
Yes.
Yeah, it would have been 3,000 niggas put together this morning, man. Just on that alone. Niggas in front of the joystick on the Saturday, and the nigga feel like it's a rite of passage of Saturday, go hand in hand with a bowl of cereal. Because the Most High gonna kill you niggas, man. Right? Saturday, a bowl of cereal. Nigga feel some type of way. I need a bowl of cereal, man, for the weekend. And then what? The niggas sit around here, play the video game. So if you're in the new covenant, the spirit should be on. You should be able to hunt niggas, right? The spirit on you. Have to, you know a nigga up in that apartment, and you and your guys will come up in there and drag him out, man.
And they always claiming like, we keep the laws.
Right.
They holler about they
Right.
upright.
That's spirit. Especially IUIC.
Yeah.
They got a purple shirt. Yeah.
Damn.
They got a purple shirt. Yeah.
But you say you keep the laws though. Why you niggas ain't doing that, man?
Right.
Why all these what you say like all these YNs still running around?
Right.
This the law. Hey, this is what you supposed to do. This the law right here, man.
Yeah, you supposed to put them to death, man.
Right.
See? Yep. Go ahead. Oh, was that it on that?
This is Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 5. It says, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my cursed judgment."
Yep. Read that again.
Come. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven.
Right. And those of you who can understand, could pick up on the lingo, you know that's talking about World War III, man. Right? The sword that will be bathed in heaven. See, that's another example of the Lord taking pride in his work. Or remember when the Lord speak about Leviathan, you can hear the pride in it. The Lord said, consider Leviathan. You know, look at this, look at the scales of his skin, right? It can't be penetrated. He said, I want to see you take Leviathan and chop him up and distribute him to the markets like you do the other fish, right? So that's the Most High pretty much boasting and taking pride in that handiwork, which is Leviathan. So it's the same thing with the destruction. See, read that again.
Come, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my cursed judgment.
Right, Idumea, that being who? The so-called white man, in which his throne will be America. So the Lord said, look, that sword is going to have a destination, right? What they call that term, the latitude and longitude, it's down to a science with these missiles, especially that's really been upgraded now with this whole digital GPS navigational system, man.
The correct coordinates and shit
Right.
like that.
So don't be surprised if actually missiles that coming to people personally. Because niggas got phones and IPS. Well,
It says, and upon
everybody, you know, because you got all these people there, they subscribe to one of these different phone companies, whether it's T-Mobile and all those numbers, that's there for a reason, man. When you crunch all that together, that's the Most High business. And that's going to add to that complexity as well. I'm speaking as a man, but I can see that. Nigga playing cat and mouse with a missile, man. Like you on this side of the car, that motherfucker chasing you.
Missiles set up now. They do like
They actually
the
do that,
old
yeah,
cartoons how the bullets used to follow
They
people.
call them heat seekers.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
exactly.
Heat seekers. They got bullets like that. Heat seeking bullets. You go around the corner and that bitch follow you, and
Then they call them smart bullets.
smart bullets. Exactly. But I can see, like you said, a missile have. But you know how the phrase go, man. Hey, it's a bullet with your name on it.
Well, that's it.
It's gonna
That's
be a
spiritual.
missile with your name
That's
on
all
it.
spiritual, right? That's a lesson, man. Cause I can see that though, man.
Yeah.
Cause them heads too, right? You
Exactly.
thinking about a big missile the
Exactly.
size of a Honda tank. No, that nuclear head. That motherfucker that big. Right? And, the scriptures say that in Joel the 2nd chapter, they should none shall escape them.
Right. That's right. That's right.
Yep, come on.
Come, it says, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my cursed judgment. The sword of the Lord shall be filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats,
Yep.
with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord have a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Right, so this gonna be like a sacrifice. That's why you a group beast. When you sacrifice something, you need the beast. That's why even remember Yahweh Isaac, he said, where the lamb at? Because a sacrificial setting must have a sacrifice. Right. So the Lord said, all of you group beasts are nothing more than the fat, right, for the fire, the fuel for the fire.
Hey, and like Apostle Hart brought out, America is nothing but a big altar, man.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a huge sacrifice. And what you do at the altar? You make a sacrifice.
Make a sacrifice. And the altar, right? An altar is just like a pit, a barbecue pit. Right? You have that belly. That's why this is likened to the belly of the beast. And you have a belly, right? Oh, that's why it's a valley. A valley is nothing more. When you look at a barbecue pit,
That's it, huh?
or well, America known as a pit too, man.
Exactly.
When you look at a pit,
Exactly.
right? It has a belly, and it looks like a valley.
Right.
And there's a science behind it because it holds in.
Exactly.
It's gonna be like an oven. America's gonna be like an oven, man. And we know how it is living in a valley. Birmingham, a valley.
Yeah.
Right? It could be 74 degrees, and if it's an overcast, it's gonna feel cooler than that because that cold air gets packed and trapped into the valley.
Exactly.
And the same when it's hot. It can really be just about 67 or something, but if that sun hitting and you got no shade, man, that valley, man, it compacts that heat.
And then what it was saying, man, that sun cooking me.
Yeah.
You're gonna get cooked.
Yeah, you're gonna get cooked. And the way your body is made, right, is made. It's designed to really. It's like coal, in a sense. You know how the same science with coal and how it inspires the fire. Guess what? The way you people designed, that was strategic. Your body got all that fat.
If I may, you said that McDonald's contribute to it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, because you got that coal now, that charcoal, that shit already pre-soaked.
Match like.
Yeah.
Yeah, your diet, like the brother said, that shit you eating. And,
Goddamn full of grease.
right, you just full of grease.
You know, you put grease on the fire, like the elder said, it intensifies the fire, helps the fire burn for a long time.
Yeah.
And that's you people.
So like, you don't know what's the science. The Most High ain't nothing to play with, man. You don't know why you built like this. It might be the perfect design to trap heat. Like when you consider a candle, a candle is designed to not just burn away quick. The way it's designed, the structure of it is designed in such a way to where it holds that heat and it melts
Down.
So you people don't know why you was designed like that, man. When the destruction is upon you and that heat began to consume you, right, and you're not dead yet, pretty much you feeling it and you absorbing all of that, then you're going to see the science behind why you was built like that, man. Fuel for the fire. That's what you are, man. That's what you people are. You gonna contribute. Matter of fact, somebody, you got something?
I got
Okay,
something.
go ahead. Go ahead. And somebody give me Obadiah the 18th verse. Go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 18. The wicked shall be a ransom for the righteous, and the transgressor for the upright. It's sacrifice, man. You know, the Lord has already got it set up, man. You know, 2/3 are already numbered to the sword. You know, and that's gonna be a hot fire, man. The elders are going into, man. That fat gonna contribute to the fire, man. You know.
That was it on that one?
Con, this is the book of Obadiah, you said verse 18.
Yeah.
Con, Obadiah, verse 18, it reads, in the house of Jacob shall be a fire, in the house of Joseph a flame, in the house of Esau for stubble.
For stubble. Now, we understand that that's concerning when we round up these devils and we burn them, right? But the point there is likened to stubble. Which stubble is dry wood. And dry wood is the perfect catalyst to kindle a fire. That's why this is the perfect setting for the destruction, man. So all of you inhabitants, all of you are under the vibration of E, you stubble as well.
This that word stubble, Strong's 8. Strong's 8, 71, 79, quash. It says stubble, chaff, straw.
Oh, and that's another word, chaff. Psalms, the first chapter, it speaks about the wind that bloweth away the chaff. Chaff is dry wood, it's stubble, man. That's the perfect setting, the perfect ingredient, right? To have a fire kindled. You don't want to put nothing wet on the fire. Because it's going to compromise the integrity of the fire, man. Come on, you got more on that?
Oh, no, that was it.
All right, come on.
Isaiah 43 and verse 4, it says, since thou wast precious in my sight, thou hast been honorable.
I'd like to read that again.
Isaiah 43 and verse 4, since thou wast precious in my sight, thou hast been honorable, and I have loved thee.
Hey, read the second verse and then jump back down to the
All
first.
right, come. Isaiah 43 and verse 2. It says, when thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee. And through the rivers, thou shalt not overflow thee. It says, when thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned.
Right.
Wow.
So that destruction, man, which in the flood, the Lord didn't allow,
Right.
Lord allowed Noah and the eighth to pass through the waters. Right? But it goes on to say, in the fire, the Lord said it won't touch it. Go ahead.
Neither shall the flame kindle upon thee.
And that's going to be a miracle. Because when the destruction happens, it's not as if you're going to be out of here before it. You're going to be delivered from the destruction. You know what proved that? When you go into Daniel the 3rd chapter, man. It wasn't like Yahushua came and caught them before they threw them in the fire. Right? No. They was in the fire. They were in the furnace.
Right.
Then they saw the one likened to the Son of Man. See? So you're going to have, hey, that's why you got to keep that faith all the way to the end. The missiles hitting, the ground shaking. That fire, you see that shit burning, motherfucker, you like, damn, I ain't hit. Then the Lord, you start levitating, Lord, call your name. Lord, call you by your name. And can't nobody stop that at that, you know? Now, you know how these niggas with no integrity, right? They want you to die because they die.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you can't wish that on me, right? You can't wish that on when the Lord call your name up, that's it, man. Come on, right?
Wow. Isaiah 43:4.
Hey, the Lord might call us by these names. Because it wasn't no coincidence we got these names, you know?
Yep.
Well,
Isaiah 43:4, it says, since thou wast precious in my sight, thou hast been honorable, and I have loved thee.
Yep.
Therefore will I give men for thee.
See, so the Lord said he would give men for us, man. Because somebody got to pay, right? It's not like the Lord going to say, you know what? Let's just let bygones be bygones. Y'all do what y'all want to do. I'm good. No, man. Somebody got to pay for all the wickedness that have transpired here on the earth, man. So the Lord said, look, I'm going to trade their lives for yours. That's the sacrifice, right?
It says, therefore will I give men for thee and people for thy life.
See that? So the Lord going to destroy you people, man, in exchange for us. See that? Because again, somebody got to pay, man. All right, come on.
Cut. It's like, this is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 32. When I started 31, it says, for if we judge ourselves, we should not be judged.
Yep, read that again.
For if we judge ourselves, we should not be judged.
Right, because you got to, Scripture speaks about self-examination, whatnot. What?
It says, but when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world.
Right, so the world going to be condemned, man. But we going through the tedious process to not be condemned with the world, man. Right? And behind the scenes, brothers got their own resistance, because this is a cleansing process. When you clean something, that's violent.
Yeah.
There's a lot of resistance. Right? You wash something, that's resistance. The washing machine and the whole dynamic of washing clothes, that's violent, man.
Yes, it is.
Bunch of tumbling and right? When you clean jewelry, you have to burn it, refine it. See that? So we taking our licks now so that we won't have to succumb to that fire, man. And see, the Lord's so cold, if everybody was in their right mind, they'll be down with this. They'll say, oh, fire, I don't want no part of it. You know why? Because fire, man, that's the worst. When you was a kid, the first time you got burnt, you knew right then, from that moment, fire wasn't nothing to fuck with, man. Right then, you knew not to play with fire. Fire makes niggas, or what they call it, fire is a motivator.
Right.
You could be stunned, man. Let that fire get on you, you know? Or like, what? Motherfucker just burn you. I done seen that. Niggas stunned, right? Nigga burn them. You gonna come out, right? You gonna come out of that stun mode. And that fire, man, that captures your attention, see? So if somebody was telling me, hold up, this gonna be on fire, I'll at least entertain it. I said, hold up, let me let you see. The fire is nothing to fuck with. That's a proven fact. So the mere fact that you people not responding to this message, that prove that the Lord blinded your ass, man. That's a work. That's a miracle. That you niggas not responding to such a report. And it's not like how Noah says it's gonna flood. They never saw that. But you niggas felt fire, man. Yep, come on. Was that it on that? We got somebody else? Okay, cut.
Yeah, this is Ezekiel 35 and verse 2. It says, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it.
Hey, and that's the act that we putting forth right now, man. And when you turn your face against something, that means you dislike it, man.
Yeah.
That means you hate it.
Yep.
That means you are against it.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
It
And
said-
Mount Seir, that's speaking about, that's another a title, or that's another word for America, man. That's speaking of America right now. And this is a commandment that the Lord gave unto the prophets, man.
Right.
In particular, Ezekiel. But we come in the same footsteps, man.
Right.
So this is what the Lord is telling us to do to America right now. Go ahead.
Hey, if I may too, right, you got these disgruntled guys, they just talk about us.
Right.
Now you might say, well, hold up, y'all talk about Elizabeth, but I bet you somebody else talking about the Milsters in Great Millstone. Right? While a couple of guys getting on them guys, we got a few other guys talking about the Milsters in the ship, man. So as a whole, it's not like you come in our restaurant and we ain't got what you need. Like you come in there, nope, today we just serving, getting on Great Millstone. No missile talk, none of that. You gonna hear me, I'm getting on Great Millstone today. No, when you come into this establishment, you're gonna get the full menu. See? Go ahead, read that.
Yeah, it says, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it, and say unto it.
Hey, that's a commandment, man. So if you really was under the orders of Yahweh Shai and the commands of our Lord, then by default, you're going to be getting on the so-called white man. Niggas start forgetting about the so-called white man. Right, yeah. You're in the new covenant. Oh, yeah, oh, shit. The Lord wiped away all tears like this and all members of Esau in the new covenant. You could use that one. Niggas use that. That's what she said. Niggas wild, man. Come on.
It says, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shai, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make.
Esau, man, he already been busted for hanging you, lynching you, castrating you. Right? Now let's just say if you want to forget about that, but in real time, he's still poisoning you. That nigga still poisoning you. Got laws set up to keep you behind the 8 ball. He diligently coming up with more and more elaborate plans to keep your ass in derision. But a nigga forget about Esau.
Right.
You in league with Esau. Because the Apostle Paul said they seek to add affliction to my bonds.
Right.
So who got us in captivity? Esau. Right. Nigga, you coming while we in captivity and you getting a lick in. And you not even, that's why Yahweh said you of your father the devil. Because you in league with Esau, man. You forgot about Esau and started fucking with us. And that go for all you guys, man. You Johnny come latelys, you ain't nothing special about you. You know how many niggas swore that great meal? Or remember, what's them niggas, the Avengers? Them niggas picked up a lot of steam, momentum, they were making animated AI videos before it was AI. Right? They had gained the sympathy of a lot of people. It looked like they was, they was doing some shit. And where them niggas at? There's not one nigga left from that. The last nigga who was the ringleader, the last video surfaced on, he was rapping, man. He did a rap, he was doing a rap video.
R&B rapper.
Yeah, he was rapping in a few bars, he hit a note. And that nigga started hitting some more bars, that nigga. But he was reduced from that, right? See, the one common denominator, Great Millstone, was still here, man. But
I got some
yeah,
real
come on.
quick. Just going back, as you mentioned how, ultimately, you want the testimony of Yahweh Shai. by default you're going to get on E, by the way, because you possess this light. This was Solomon 1 and verse 7. It reads, "For the Spirit of the Lord filleth the world, and that which containeth all things have knowledge of the voice. Therefore he that speaketh unrighteous things cannot be hid. Neither shall vengeance, when it punisheth, pass by him." So as you can see, the Spirit of the Lord is on the earth. So meaning what? Now that light is on the earth, the he that speaketh unrighteous things, which is Esau, you see how this system is set up? It's based on wickedness. He's being revealed. He's going to be, he's the spotlight is on him, man. That's why the elders going to mention that this is a commandment to get on Mount Seir.
Right.
And it said the time of vengeance is not going, that vengeance is not going to pass by. The TD missiles, the coordinates, the longitude and latitude is for America, man. They're going to fly past,
Yes, bro.
That was pretty much
They're
it.
like you send your army out.
Right.
In the ancient world, they going somewhere. They got a destination, man.
Right.
See? Hey, another point too, man. When you read Luke the 18th chapter, the fortunate widow, she was coming up against Esau, man. The widow who made her case to the judge, her complaint, right, was against Mount Seir, man. See? Come on,
Yeah, it says, it's like Ezekiel 35 and verse 3. It says, "And say unto it, thus said the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua."
Real quick, it says, "Say unto it." What is that? In Luke, I think, when it says, "Say unto this mountain,"
right?
If I'm not mistaken. And what we're saying is prophecy. All right, prophecy mirror means to what? Say before.
Right.
The scripture speaks about there's life and death in the tongue. So we're speaking or we're saying death upon America, man. We put an enchantment on America, and this is what we was commanded to do, man, through the Spirit.
Right.
Not through our own belly, through the Spirit. Because it says, "Thus saith the Lord." You don't want to speak out of your own belly. You want to say, "Thus saith the Lord," man. So basically, you saying what the Lord, what he told us to say, which actually is coming in the spirit of Yahushua, man. Because Yahushua didn't do nothing that he wanted to do. He spoke of his father, what his father told him to speak. He did what his father told him to do, man. Being obedient. Go ahead.
Hey, Salaki, that's why we got precepts.
That's why we got precepts. Exactly.
That's the Lord speaking.
Exactly.
Man.
Exactly.
See, it's based upon what the Most High said. Which, to be honest with you, even if we, let's say like you get a Jake who just come out of the bitterness of their own heart, they still got something to stand on. Like they just crowd against Esau without the scriptures.
Yeah.
The Lord still honor that because it's true. A motherfucker come out and say, "Man, that's devil evil. Or the white man did me wrong, look what he did, blah, blah, blah."
Right.
That's still true, man.
Right.
So that's an indictment on you niggas who focus your attention on the prophets.
Yeah.
And you forget about Esau. Esau an afterthought now.
You make your whole ministry about great millstone, man.
And niggas don't even see it.
No, they don't. Man.
Like, and the Lord beautiful, we can go back and watch the old Mac video, you know what I mean? And we can watch when you had that white shit coming out your mouth. And you looked at like you was fervent for the, how about, it was like, oh shit. It could have been, that might be the Holy Spirit on this, this nigga really hate. But what happened, man? You fast forward your story, man. We fast forward your story. Nigga, the Lord documented your story out there. Everything you say about that's speculation, right? You can only go by what's on camera, nigga. Let me see how them niggas don't get it, man. You can only go by, that's your sacrifice, right? So let's say, when you fast forward your story, nigga, that's your sacrifice. You turn somewhat. Scriptures say that this thing is a sure, Scripture speaks about we having a more sure word of prophecy. So I checked that, that nigga was watching you, he went and did a bid. He came back. Well, I'm just to get just trying to, right? Nigga watching you, did a bid, came back. Now you talking shit about the niggas you was praising. You ain't right, nigga. You don't have a more sure word of prophecy. I don't give a damn what tangible things and knick-knacks and, what they call it, somebody nitpick. Fuck all that. This is a result-driven thing. So when I take a step back and look at you or any of them guys, you changed.
And now we got 75%.
Yeah, right.
Man, that's so
Yeah.
Yeah, because that demon still teach what we teach,
Yeah.
what he learned from us, but he holds fast to the thing that he know will enter into contention with us. What's the one thing Great Millstone wouldn't teach? But see, that don't mean that the nigga was actually doing that, but in his spirit was longing for a way to come up against us because that's an ancient rebel. So when he got with a Awad and them and said, Awad, or somebody brought that to him. He let them, the Lord used Awad them. And I think Awad them the first ones who brought it. I don't know which one of them niggas brought that out. Like the New Covenant thing. I believe it was Awad. Right? Awad. Spark that. And they know where to be found. Right? But then you follow them niggas who've been broken up. That shows you a beast, man. You ain't got discernment. You follow the restaurant, you still going to the restaurant, that shit broke up. And you gonna continue in the spirit of that restaurant when it's slopped. But what it was, right, and I don't want to keep it, it's just the spirit, man, because y'all know we don't care about these niggas, man. Right? In the spirit, what it was the spirit within you that was a rebel. So when you heard that, that was almost like when somebody want to do something wrong, they just need to hear, like a motherfucker want to cheat. The bitch want to cheat on her man, then some come up, you know, the nigga smacking too much. Yeah, that's right, the nigga do smack. That's the final straw, goddamn. But that report gave them, it gave them the clearance and green light to act on that impulse. See that? Yeah, to act on that impulse. And they felt like, oh, I got an excuse now. Great Millstone don't teach the New Covenant, so in their spirit, they jumped on that. And you the only nigga teach that. I don't know nobody else teaching. Nigga open up his videos, double honors to the elders of Israel. Who are those guys?
Yeah.
Fucking retards. Yeah, we retards, man. Think we take them serious. We see you playing it off. We see you acting. And you. Right, that's what it is, man. All the black them on. That quesadilla mouth. You open that quesadilla up, man. You a demon, man. That nigga think like we really flattered him. Like, who are you, dude? You reached out to us.
That's a man with no integrity.
Yeah.
Your basis of your teaching. And now you fucking, that's some nigga shit, though.
Right, yeah, basically, yeah. You learn from us and then you come around and just lose it. That's a demon, nigga. And like I said, you open up your videos, the elders of Israel. Who are those? Right? Who are those men? Then, the nigga made a statement, we are the 12. That was proud.
Yes.
Demon, man. The Lord gonna do some that nigga on camera, man. But I pray that the Lord keep him alive so I can leave a comment. Right for a second, man. I want to leave a comment. That nigga see that Mysteries of the Kingdom. That nigga. Last emerald. And I'm gonna put your pop on that motherfucker. That's deep up. Yes. And that nigga give up the ghost, man.
Yes.
Lord gonna do something to you, guaranteed. Guaranteed, bro. Maybe before the week, before the year, it's gonna be guaranteed. Right? Need someone as well. Who the other 11 dudes? Yeah. That shit, wow. That shit, yeah, dude really retarded. It's like that nigga talking, you know, rapping to himself in the mirror, like some crazy shit.
If I may tell this, you mentioned how these guys in the New Covenant, and ultimately these niggas start gnawing at each other, man, which is one of the curses.
Right.
You know, the evil eye towards your brother, they doing, you in a New Covenant, but you doing a video on somebody else that's so-called in the New Covenant.
Right,
What is that?
Right.
You know?
He got a chin strap on his face.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But you a man of the Lord, yeah. That nigga lined up worse than them niggas because he did. Oh, it was gluttony. It was overdoing. Nigga at the diner.
That's
Yeah, and the spirit got us flaring up against dude, man. Right? Because you're a demon, man. The nigga lying, right? Making it as if he got a crew. Because he know that's, and another thing too, right? Niggas be always calling us the Pharisees. Nigga, first of all, would the Pharisees be this tight-knitted today? No, the Pharisees would be scattered, man. Pharisees amongst them other groups, right? They would be scattered because the men of the Lord would come together as one body. But we don't expect dudes to have the mental capacity to discern matters. Because, hey, I go through the whole equation. I said, well, hold up, man. Damn, with the Pharisees being all these different, I mean, with the Pharisees be one solid unit. No, the Lord would scatter them niggas on this side, man. They wouldn't be the ones who came together, right? The structure, you see? Then another cut on that Pharisee thing, niggas just used that word, which it was righteous Pharisees as well. Dummies. Let's show that you low level. But another thing about, yeah, nigga did. But another thing about the Pharisees, they was in bed with the Romans, man. Right? When you read the scripture, it speaks about how when they conflict with Yahweh, they said, look, at least we'll lose our seats.
Exactly. They're thinking.
We'll lose our seats. Nigga, that's being in bed with the government. See? Yep, come on.
This is the book of
Matter
2
of fact,
Samuel.
somebody get that. We'll lose our seats.
This is the book of 2 Samuel chapter 3 and verse 1. It reads, now there was a long war between the house of Saul and the house of David.
Yep.
But David went stronger and stronger.
Right. And was David pursuing Saul?
That's another thing.
Right, yeah. David went pursuing Saul.
That's a good point.
Saul was hell bent, and them wicked, evil spirit was on him, and it was all centered around David. Yeah, go ahead.
He was driven. He was really pretty much obsessed. He had that demon on. He was obsessed with David.
Yep.
He was a form of envy. You could tell he was really hating on him.
Yep.
You know. But that Saul was he was possessed, man. And we're seeing it today.
Yep. All these guys, even when they get in debates, it could be IUIC and ISUBK. Great Millstone come up.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and the only reason we mention you guys is based upon doctrines, man. But you niggas take it into a personal realm. And again, everything is speculation with you niggas, because you don't know us. But you know, we allowed you to know. But outside of that, our premise is based upon teaching the word, nigga. Come on.
It says, but David went stronger and stronger, and the house of Saul went weaker and weaker.
Right. Grant Millstone, I'm gonna ask you guys, how many dudes standing on the other side of your camps? You got certain camps where it's 10 brothers on the other side waiting to cross over.
Right.
I know the report I got from, I believe you talked to the brother too, the elder in New Orleans, the elder Yakanan.
Yep.
He said, yeah, bro, we got like, 10 brothers on the other side. Wait just to come in. That's an example of the house of David waxing strong and strong. Not to mention, look at the video, look at the work ethic. We still dropping videos. And I'm saying that humbly. Hey, because this is our job, you know? Go ahead.
If I may, going back to the house of Saul being weaker, you can tell even with these men, their doctrines is becoming even worse. You know, it was a point that, you know, you had these scholars, they had good points to make or whatever the case may be. But now today, you will have these guys come up with these crazy doctrines that it don't hold up, man. So that's a form you see these guys becoming weaker. You know, they always going at each other. There's no unity, no form of strength there. You know, there's a whole bunch of stragglers just down, man. You know.
Right. Hey, because all them guys who come up against us, they scattered. They doing their own.
Right.
All them different groups are not together, but they got one common. Right? So they scattered, although they're in agreement with hating us. Hey,
Right.
Yep. So we can go to what we got. Hold it.
St. John chapter 11, I'm going to start at verse 47. Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council and said, what do we? For this man doeth many miracles.
Right. That's concerning Yahweh. And he stirred up the other sects. See? And because scripture tell you Yahweh taught daily in the temple, man. Go ahead.
If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him, and the Romans shall take away both our place and nation.
See? Click on that word place. I believe that word there will be topos or something like that. Topos in the Greek, which goes to what? Top seats. Right? Now read it to the definition. See what all you get out of it.
Because Strong's G5117, topos, it says place.
Hey, and you can tell them niggas the Pharisees, or if you want to talk about the wicked facet of them, because they got a problem with our authority. See, they got a problem. They question why you, who made you niggas? Because in their spirit, they was driven by having the top seat. So when you come back to this time, with all eyes on the ministry and the cameras, they long for that. Or just like what was the son of was it Absalom?
Yeah, I think Absalom.
Right? He said, look, oh, if only Israel would consult with me. Fucking niggas, man. That's the spirit on you niggas, man. And you campaign for yourself. You the Lord. Oh, I heard the nigga say one time, this is how the Lord be speaking to me. Lord, nigga, what you got? You ain't gotta if the Lord with you, you ain't gotta promote all that. That's because deep down in their spirit, they desire, they long for the position the Lord gave us, man. The apostles and elders, that's the leaders of Israel. Right? Come on.
Because place,
Yes.
any portion or space marked off, as it were from surrounding space.
Read that one more time.
It says place, any portion or space marked off, as it were from surrounding space, an inhabited place, as a city, village, district. It says,
Read that part again.
None.
It said what?
An inhabited place, as a city, village, district.
District. Right? When you go into that's you know, person have their own district, which that ties into a system. So they was in bed with the powers that be back then, man. Even to this very day. So if you want to look at anybody who could be the Pharisees, it would be those guys who got these 501c3 charters.
Right.
And who would have a problem with truth going forward,
Right.
saying that it would compromise their position. But a dumb nigga ain't got discernment.
Right. Yeah.
Here it is, you turn your anger towards the men out there on the front lines teaching the word, man.
Right.
Nigga, we the poor. And just because we might get funded, and that's another thing, we might get monetarily helped out. What's wrong with that, nigga? You're supposed to. And a nigga so low level, they might here you got $1,500 and the nigga lose it. Nigga, that's low level, man. Fucking retard. Here it is, Esau then hijacked continents.
Right.
This nigga then stole resources, the oil, the gold. He done cornered the market.
Yeah.
People. Right. Yo, he done stole people. And nigga come out and blame the men of the Lord.
Yeah.
For the Lord blessing him with $2,500 about us. The Lord gonna kill niggas, man. But that's so the mindset. That's like that crab in the barrel. A nigga arguing over $2,500 or when it's bigger matters, you know. And nigga, this is a council up here, man. You know, through the spirit. Right? This king's language. We more concerned with the chief house of Edom thinking about, man. And them elites, right? And they next strategy and when they was discussing in the sun and Eden. That's what Elijah was that? Listen. Scripture tell you, listen, what the kings was speaking about at that time. right? He's been bickering back and forth with them little niggas, man. Yep, come on.
It
I'm
says,
gonna say it again. The Most High gonna destroy all of you guys that came up against Great Millstone. How about that?
Yes.
Right.
Because he already destroyed them. You niggas didn't see what happened to Rap the News?
right.
True. That's an example right there.
Hey, but the Lord cold. Niggas got a short attention span.
Right.
The Lord, they impulsive and they like beasts.
Yeah.
So just because it was 3 years ago,
Yeah.
a nigga move on, wouldn't even consider no more, man. The Lord know how to snare you devils. The Lord killed Rap the News like that, man.
Yes, he did.
Rap the News stirred shit up, went on a fervent, diligent campaign. And that last video he made, right? Remember the one? He said, they got me.
They got me.
Got me.
And we rejoice, man.
Con.
Yep, come on.
Con, it says metaphor, the condition or station held by one in a company or assembly.
See that? A position, right? In a company. Oh, that's spiritual. Oh, that's for the word top, right?
Con.
That's a position you hold in a company. It's not America. This is a corporation, man. So the Pharisees will have stock in this company in this lifetime. They'll have 501c3s, dude. They wouldn't teach the children. So yeah, let's go back to the standard operating procedure, man. Let's go back to the main order of business. That was just the spirit riled up on.
Because it need to be said.
Right, yeah.
Be said.
He ain't watched his face this morning. That spirit.
Real talk, just like
We can't take you serious, man. You didn't have the wherewithal to watch your face this morning. Get in front of you, you don't come and talk.
Elbow.
Yeah.
Elbow.
Right. And the people following you can tell they probably a bunch of guys in homes, big in a group home. Right? That's how you gotta find that off. Homes. Right? Whether they old folks home or detention center. Yeah. Or halfway house. Yeah, like you gonna said.
All right.
Right. That's a sick business, man. Come on.
God, this Jeremiah chapter 51, and I start at verse 24. It reads, "And I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, saith the Lord." And if I may, this was the time we coming into, the Lord recompensing that evil, man. Going back to the focus is Esau, man. You know, you going to the Lord sending for his prophets. It was a certain target what these prophecies was going to befall, man.
Right.
Who they were going to come upon.
Right.
You know, when the Lord set up Moses and Aaron to go to Pharaoh.
Yep.
And this what you got today. You got the prophets today going to the modern Pharaoh, which are the Edomites, man.
Right.
The elder brought out Ezekiel 35.
Yep.
Which that's they mentioned it's a commandment.
Man. Yep.
So what else could we do today? You also mentioned we should sail to this mountain.
Right.
And guess what? He's that mountain right now. This nigga is in power, man.
That's it.
So how fit is it to read Ezekiel 35 and go into this,
Right.
and prophesy against it, man? Because he's the one that's in power now.
Right.
Even when you read Isaiah 63 and Return of Yahweh Shai, who he coming to see? Boswell, man.
Yep.
Right.
So it says, continue on. Jeremiah 51 and verse 25, it reads, "Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord." See? So that, the Lord is against Esau.
Right.
He said, Babylon the Great, that destroying mountain. And of course, America, that's the spirit. America is that destroying mountain. Just look at what this place presents and what it promotes. And its path and what it left in the wake, man. You know, of course, America brings forth destruction to these other countries.
Right.
They destroyed these cultures, the minds of the people,
Yep.
the wildlife.
Yep.
So everything, the air has been affected, the water has been affected, man, under the watch of this man.
Yep.
So what else could we really do but to prophesy and tell you what the Lord is about to bring, man?
Right.
And if I may, right, you should be driven by hating that guy.
Yeah.
Right? If the spirit of the Lord on you, spirit say what? Scripture say, I am against thee.
That's it, brother.
Right? I am against thee, O destroying mountain. So the Lord, he pretty much summed it up. I am against you because of your destructive nature. That should be enough right there to make you lash that, right? All of that anger, that should be geared toward that nigga at some point.
Right.
You see?
Right.
Right? Matter of fact, let's get this real quick and we're going to go back here.
Because Sirach chapter 27 and verse 24, I have hated many things, but nothing like him.
Right, yep, read that again.
I have hated many things, but nothing like him.
Right, and who do the Lord, right? Matter of fact, continue.
For the Lord will hate him.
See, for the Lord will hate him. And we just read that. I am against thee, O Mount Seir. So if you're in synergy with the Most High, then you're going to be cussing out Esau. Not to say we don't get on you guys. You know, you heretics. Right? But our campaign ain't centered around that.
Right.
And if we do get on somebody, guess what? The next brother talking about the missiles.
Right.
See? Come on, we go back here.
Oh, God.
Was him on that?
God, Jeremiah 51, verse 25, it reads, Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord, which destroys all the earth. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks.
Right. And that's what we're witnessing right now. When you roll someone down, that's a process. So we watching Esau fall. Or what's that? Sirach 25? He that lived to see the fall of his enemies. So we living to see the fulfillment of that precept, that prophecy. Right? So, you know, you see this man falling down a flight of stairs.
Right.
And he falling from that high position.
Right.
So that's a longer, right? It's a longer fall. But that's why I say like the ministry kind of being drug out in a sense. That's because we pretty much, what you call it, commentate. We giving commentary on his fall. Right, yeah, inquisition. Right, you know, you see a commentator, he cross him over, he takes it to the hole. Right, so we saying, look, the money is, he teetering towards the crash, he about to fall. Well,
It says, and will make thee a burnt mound.
right, so that's the destination, man. Right, this man's fall is going to end with the destruction. Read that part again.
And will make thee a burnt mountain.
See that? A burnt mountain, man. That's the destruction.
Yep. Hey, that's how you get rid of cancer, man.
Yeah.
That's how you get rid of filth. You know, that's how you get rid of disease. That's the best way, through fire, man. Fire is a cleansing agent, man.
Yep.
Going all the way back to what the elder brought out earlier, when the Lord told Noah the promise that he made that he wasn't going to destroy the world with water anymore.
Right, right.
That's why we see the rainbow, the bow in the sky. But he's going to use his second cleansing agent. What it said, Malachi 4:1, burn as an oven.
Yep.
That's going to be that fire, man. And why not? Why not America being destroyed, man? When you against the Most High, right? You just wicked. Like I said, the destroying mountain, man. Esau have destroyed everything, man. Hey, this man here is crazy, man. This man here, damn near, is destroying himself.
Right.
Don't Esau live upon the earth?
Yes.
So you willing to kill yourself, man? You a fucking maniac, bro.
What's going to say? He that is evil to himself.
That's it. That's it, huh? That's it.
To whom will he be good?
Whom will it be good, man?
Yep.
Beautiful. Good point.
Yeah, he's spraying chemtrails on his own people, man.
Right.
Yeah. That nigga gotta go. Esau gotta go, man. Hey, Yahweh Shai said, at least those days be short. Right? Wet days. Matter of fact, get that real quick. That Matthew 24. You know what? Let's jump around in there.
This is St. Matthew, chapter 22, and 24 and 22. It says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. That's what we're seeing occur now, man. You know, these days are being shortened for the elect's sake, man. You know, because of who's in power, Esau. You know, all the prophecies got to play out how they are, but the Lord speeds up the time. It says, we'll read it again, it says, St. Matthew 24 and 22, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. And for the chosen of Yahweh Shah, man. You know? But this damn devil, he just destroys everything. He ain't gonna be good to himself. I'm gonna jump down.
I got something concerning how the days being short, which is the days of evil. The book of Proverbs, chapter 10. Proverbs 10 and verse 27, it reads, "The fear of the Lord prolong the days, but the years of the wicked shall be shortened." So it said pretty much the fear of the Lord prolong the days, and that's really going into the kingdom of heaven, man. And it's because when you go into the Psalm 72, Solomon in his reign talks about how as long as the moment endureth, that's how long peace is going. That's the kingdom of heaven, man. But it said the years of the wicked being short. Esau is going to be cut off by the way of their destruction, man.
Right.
You know?
Yep. Even his days, like you look up, you know, and the day is far spent.
Right.
So the Lord is shortening this thing, man. See? Come on, was that on that? Matter of fact, is that Job? I want to say that, is that Job 8 or even Job 7?
The book of Job, chapter 7, verse 1, it reads, "Is there not an appointed time to man upon earth?"
Right. Now, with the brother reading, this has a spiritual overtone to it. Because you can read this with the naked eye, and you can very well apply it to coming men. Because every person is born and they die, they have an appointed time. But for those of us in the know, we understand that this is mainly and more so concerning kingdoms, man, and empires having time to rule. How do we know that? Because really, technically, everybody ain't gonna die in this lifetime.
Right.
That's another mystery, right? So for the certain spirits who was created to experience the return and salvation of Yahweh, they ain't gonna die. There's no appointed time, you know. So this is ultimately speaking about the length of days concerning kingdoms and empires, man. Right? Come on.
He said, "Are not his days also like the days of an hireling?"
Right. And when somebody hires you, you on the scene for a particular job.
Right.
So the so-called white man was brought forth to what? Bring war, blood, destruction, mayhem, confusion. He was set up to be the gateway to all the, those spirits in the earth, man. Right. So he was a hireling. He was created for that job. Right? To bring about a heavy spirit of adultery in the earth and perverseness. You had to have a particular character to be in power at that time. Hey, because Jake couldn't. If Jake had the authority without really influence, Jake wouldn't be pushing that homo shit.
They would.
You could just put a bunch of renegade Jakes in power.
Right.
They'll get on them faggots at some point. They'll be, you know what? Nah, man, take them faggots out.
Right.
Remember Jake in school or whatever? Jake ain't gonna be with that, man.
He didn't want to go in the bathroom.
Right. It took a nation to do that. It took the wicked to push that, man.
Right.
So the Lord hired him to do that, man. All right, come on.
I got something real quick. That word hireling. Strong's 879:16. It says hired labor, mercenary. You're a mercenary is pretty much a hired gun, man.
Yeah.
The elder mentioned pretty much Revelation 6. You know how that red horse was given power to take peace from the earth. Yeah, you know that's General Custer. Yeah. Yes, like, but a mercenary, that's what Esau is, man. That's why the Lord set him up. He hired him for this particular event to take place.
Right.
And this guy was the perfect match, the perfect character for this to happen, man, which is World War III. You know?
Oh, like that nigga got put to death, that guy that Moultrie guy. I hated that nigga.
Yes,
Man.
yes.
Right? You hope it wasn't hell. You see the nigga did that, man. It is in hell, you know? But the guy who put him to death, he was hired. I think they said he was like a 19-year-old guy. He was the perfect guy for the job.
Right.
You can tell just by his work. He didn't give a fuck. That dude, he followed the nigga to the highway. Yeah, he went in, man. So that was the guy to pull that off. He paid the right guy, man. Right? That guy was with him. That was the perfect guy to get the job done. So that's the same with Esau, man. This nigga gets off on death and destruction here in the lab, splashing shit. Right, the nigga makes shit, he the cunning hunter, man.
Right.
He makes cereal and the box is a snap.
Right.
The colors.
Right.
Right?
Animated
Snap.
cartoons on it.
Right. That's
Safe.
sick.
Yeah.
That's the cunning hunter if you paying
Yeah,
attention.
it is.
You eat all the cereal, it's a toy at the bottom.
Hey, that's all. That's all persuasion.
Right.
You know, to persuade you.
But
to
that's
do
a
this.
snap.
Like you said, a cunning. That's cunningness.
trap.
The cunning hunter.
The trap.
Ooh.
Nigga got lucky charm.
Yeah.
Right? You know the children want that, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But within the box, you got chemicals.
Yes. Yeah.
And you've been desensitized. You don't even know what the chemicals is no more.
Right.
You don't even smell the chemtrails. Right? And with your bad diet. Go ahead.
That was it on that.
Was it? You got some of that?
Cause just going back on how Jake wouldn't be down with that faggot shit. Proverbs 15:9, the way of the wicked is abomination unto the Lord. So like it ain't. Dang. So like I ain't. That's I couldn't find it.
Oh yeah, you see though, right? We're going to Job again. Job.
The book of Job.
Yeah, because again, right? Even Jake, man, in they worst, in this low state, you know, if they had power, they'll be going off. But they wouldn't push that homo shit like he, man. Right? They wouldn't push that. And you see that from the other nations in some capacity as well. He pushed that, man. So he's the perfect hire. When you go into the prophecies, and it points to a time where it's going to be complete chaos and confusion. The perfect catalyst is Esau, man. Just look at him. You got that. What's that old show? Jackass.
Oh man.
He holds nothing sacred.
Ridiculousness.
Yeah, ridiculousness. And,
Cut, I found it.
come on.
Cut, Proverbs 12 and
Yeah,
26.
that's Esau right there, man. Yep, you got it.
Cause it says the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth him. So it's the influence of Esau, man, that had Jake going off, man.
That's it.
You know? And that's why Jake inherently, he ain't down with that shit, man. But Esau put that influence into the planet Earth to desensitize Jake, that they go off to it, man. You know? On that video of Jake father taking him to the fucking prom.
Hey, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was sick. Fucking shit. That was
That
sick,
was sick,
man.
man. That was sick, bro.
And if you look at him, he was a proud father.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Hey man, that's a sick
Yeah,
place,
so
man.
that, yeah, exactly. That was a picture of a proud father
Yeah.
in America. Right. This is what America would say a proud father.
father,
You
yes.
see? That's why the Lord got to destroy this place, man.
Yep.
And that nigga was in that costume, and he was moving in the spirit of a nigga woman.
Yes,
and
he was. Let's go.
Then all the women in the back.
Yeah.
Sure, that shit. Don't
They
mess
want
the
him,
makeup
man.
up.
But see, that's what's wrong with him. The woman,
Exactly. Yeah.
the woman runs. You can tell who run the house.
Right.
The woman runs the house. She's the heavy influence in that house, man. And that dude, his so-called father, Man, you're a weak man, bro.
Yeah.
You know, you just got the plumbing work of a man. You're not really a man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the scripture, like you just read, Jake is a very impressionable people, man. You know, any type of heavy influence, they following it, man.
Yeah.
That's another spirit of a woman.
Say what? Women rule over.
That's it. That's it. Rule over thee.
So that's a testament of how far we fell from grace, man. With your woman running you, man. So much so, when this nigga was compelled to put on a dress and makeup. Oh, they just had the little nigga, the little Woody nigga. Y'all saw him?
Yeah.
He got the eyelashes. The nigga had the full-fledged eyelash, like a professional did this shit. And he was in the arena. What the setting? It wasn't a pop. The 20 questions.
Yeah.
The 20 questions. But he got the fucking, the eyelids.
That's sick.
But hey, that can only be under the watch of Eve, man. He made that shit. He normalized that.
I got something.
Yeah, come on.
Just going back.
That shit get you pissed, man. Come on.
Just going back, you mentioned how ultimately the influence come from the other nations, and this was an example in the wilderness. This is in Numbers 11 in verse 4. I get to the point, verse 4. It said, "In the mixed multitude that was among them fell a lusting, and the children of Israel also wept again and said, Who shall give us flesh to eat?" So just going back, you had Israel come out of Egypt, but you had other nations as well. That mixed multitude, which the Lord put them to death in the wilderness as well. As you can see, they fell a lusting, and that what drove Israel to start asking for meat. The Lord was already sufficing them with the manna, but the other nations influenced Jake to cry about fucking meat now. And really had them look back to Egypt, man. Because matter of fact, continue on, it says, "We remember the fish we did eat in Egypt freely, the cucumbers and the melons and the leeks and the onions and the garlic. But our soul is dried away. There is nothing at all beside this manna before our eyes." So you see, they going back looking to Egypt because that was confident in them, man. But as you can see, it began by that mixed multitude lusting after the meat, and that would cause Israel to go after the same way, man, the same manner,
That's good. Yep, impressive. Oh, even in the garden, they sold those fig leaves from the other trees. Yep, cut. So that was on that? Cut.
Job chapter 7 verse 1, it reads, "Is there not an appointed time to man upon earth? Are not his days also like the days of an hireling?"
Right, that's dealing with Eve, man. As it relates to this lifetime, the overall kingdoms and empires. Oh, when you consider ancient Egypt, right, the Lord set that up to bring us in captivity as well. He set up a nation over us, man, so that he might show his power, right? So in that time, Pharaoh, with the Egyptians overall, because you had lines of pharaohs, right? Or Ramses and whatnot. But they was the perfect catalyst to fulfill that moment. So there was a hireling. So again, when you fast forward to now, a time which was projected to be a time of darkness, confusion, right? Babylon the Great. Who would have to rule over it? The wicked, man. And when you look, you take a deep, in-depth look at this devil, man. He's a pervert, right? He's perverse. He's a warmonger. He thirsts for blood.
Undisciplined.
He's undisciplined.
Yep.
And we've been paying attention to you, E. When you come into this truth, and then you go back and do a reassessment, and you look at everything through spiritual lenses, then you see where he was playing you, man. You see how he was moving. For an example, that Home Alone shit, and not just that, but a lot of these children driven and motivated, it was set up to break up the order in the house, man. Because that little nigga, he was very disrespectful.
Yes.
Right? He was that little guy in that Home Alone shit, he was very disrespectful, right? Talking shit to his mother. But he was embraced as a national treasure.
Right.
Right. But that was
put him in the attic.
Yeah.
Put the nigga in the attic.
Right.
Like,
Oh no, you got it. Yeah.
No, I would say it just made sense. They put the nigga in the attic,
Yeah.
man. And they signed him. The nigga was disrespectful little demon.
Yeah, he was talking shit back to his mother, and,
Yeah, he brought it with him.
right? Yeah, yeah. Look, they getting on the phone.
Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, like that, like that example of Home Alone. That was Esau being irresponsible. If you know the laws, why would you even push some shit out there like that? Right, but you use that the channel. You use your medium. When you go to the media, right? I know brothers know what that media go into. It goes into a medium. The middle ground, right, is like a middle ground, a go-between. And in this case, in America, it connects, it's the go-between between the powers that be and the common folk. So instead of them coming out with some decree, hear ye, we the wicked. And everybody have to, right, remember how they put out the decree in the Maccabees? Instead of them coming out with that spirit, I said, we want to disrupt everybody. And we want to plant confusion, the seed of confusion, and we want children to be disobedient. No, they use the medium,
Right.
the media, and they channel that shit to your homes. Now you normalize the shit. And who the X factor? The strong black man. I say black, right, so you can understand. Right? He's the guy that's going to be the problem. We're going to say, hold up, sit your ass down, boy. Or they show you in them videos, the challenges.
Oh, yeah,
Well, the guy say something crazy
yeah,
to his mom, he
yeah.
might say something slick,
Yeah.
and the dad erupts.
Yeah.
Nigga, what you said? You know? That's the spirit of a man, right? It's about order.
And that's why they killed James Evans.
Yeah, just right. I was thinking about James Evans the whole time.
Right.
They ain't like him.
Even his name wasn't that sexy about it. Right? James Evans. Like, this nigga just ain't nothing. Like, come on, my bad.
So like I was just saying, after they killed him out, it was just number goofy. You had Cars Wells, like he was a cop, but he was still a big goofy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, all these guys.
Cosby.
They was
That's all I was gonna think
punchlines.
about. Yep.
Yep.
The one that was that backbone in the family.
Right. Yep.
You know.
Then the
Because
truth.
it's like it, 'cause he been doing that, right? They always made the man be the
Butt of the joke.
like the butt of the joke.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, but then he pushed it hard with Jake, you know.
Right. And then it trickled all the way down to the animated Family Guy.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So where you just you third, fuck second class, you third class in the household. You have no power. You know, you oh yeah, what's that? Homer Simpson.
Oh yeah.
Right.
You know,
That was by design.
that was by design, man.
To break up, right, that man, because that's going to ward off the folly of Eve. Because the man going to say, no. What the fuck going on, man?
Right.
And going back to Bill Cosby real quick, right? He was pushing that black boule shit.
Yeah.
He was.
He was filtering your ass to
was.
those black colleges, Bethune-Cookman, man.
Right, huh?
And they had you think that, yo, this the standard. Right? Niggas say, all right, then what he did, he put you into a box where you gonna either play basketball, nigga,
Right.
you gonna sell dope, you gonna rap,
Right.
and then the nigga said, I'm not gonna be no crazy guy like that. I'm gonna go to college. And not know that was one of the options as well, man.
Hey, they gave you the HBC, the HBCU schools.
Right.
It made you think that, okay, I can give you a facility that makes me comfortable. You know, I ain't got to go to the, name one of them white colleges, you know, all white colleges.
Yeah.
Stillman, I mean, not Stillman, but
Oxford, yeah.
Oxford, there you go.
Cambridge, yeah.
I'm going to give you a sophisticated,
Penn State or some shit.
you know, Penn State or
Yeah.
something. I'm going to give you a sophisticated environment for the Negroes. Like you said, that black boule shit, man.
Yeah, that's what it was, man. Right, and that do what? It indoctrinates you to become a fixture in the system.
Right.
That's why Israel got a problem with the teachings of Yahweh because it promotes fuck this world.
Right.
Not saying you don't handle your business,
Right.
but you don't put your stock into it.
Exactly.
Don't be here looking to be acclimated and set up a soft landing for your kids, their kids.
Right. Generational wealth.
Right, so when you hear the teachings of Yahweh in the world to come, you like, man, fuck that, man. I'm fucking with this college for these years. I'm gonna be a lawyer, man.
Right.
right? I done put my eggs in this, you know. Hey, but guess what? If the Lord would have brought this information out when you niggas was getting chased and lynched, you would have bid on it. Lord Cole, man, he let you get everything you need. Right? He let you take the gloves off and see what you, and he tested your true integrity. He tested where your heart at, what you really want. Because any nigga said, get me out of this situation. Remember the nigga Pop? He was in prison. He signed a contract on the tissue, man, just to go with Suge. He knew that nigga. That wasn't the first time he met Suge. That nigga knew the reputation and how volatile of a situation that could be. But out of desperation, said, "Fuck that! Get me out of jail and I'll do it."
Right.
So if these Israelites, if they would have got the message, we would have came to them about the white man is devil and just come to your house shot, and you gonna get out of here on a chariot. You'd have came to them niggas in slavery, they would have been with it, man.
Right. That's everything.
Right? Now, look, they got everything at their disposal, and they mad to hear the message. Right? Them same spirits were running for their life. They mad to hear that you can get out of here now. Yeah, because they drunk of the cup. And that wine feel good. Right? The whore right there, and she look good to you, you drunk. And this the designated driver saying, it's time to go, man. You mad at him, man. Right, you stand here, square, you know what I mean? It's just messing up my vibe, man. I'm gonna pop the whore. I'm finna, you know, feel that euphoria that comes with, you know, laying with the whore. Come on, who's ready?
Back in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, and verse 25, again it reads, "Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord, which destroys all the earth, and I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain." So openly, that's the results of America, man. Babylon the Great is being a burnt mountain, man. It's crumbling. The Lord prophesied and decreed that this place, this whole landmass, will be totally destroyed, man. The whole land of America is going to be on fire. Thus said the Bible. And when the smoke clear and the dust settle, literally, it's going to actually be a desert. You know, because really, this is a dry place now. It lacks wisdom, you know. So ultimately, that desert is going to manifest physically, man, after the destruction, man. You know. Continuing on, it says, "And they shall not take of thee a stone for a corner, nor a stone for foundations, but thou shalt be desolate forever, saith the Lord." So that show you this is once that destruction comes, man. Once the destruction comes, there ain't gonna be no rebuild. Ain't gonna be no stone to build off of. Yeah. You good?
Are you good?
See, when the Lord, the God of the Bible, overthrow America, it's not going to be America Junior. It's not going to be something that's going to come back. You know, anything that's going to resemble this system, man. Just like how Rome was destroyed and it was revived by the way of this place. That's it. You know. It says, set ye up a standard in the land, blow the trumpet among the nations. Prepare the nations against her, call together against the kingdoms of Ararat, many Ashkenaz, appoint a captain against her, cause the horses to come up as the rough caterpillars. They said pretty much how these nations get ready, get prepared. And that's what we're doing, man. We speaking these things into existence.
Yep.
Now, ultimately, these nations are going to come together and violently overthrow this place.
Yep. Canada just
Right.
came out.
That's
They just broke ties. Hey, you can't tell me these scriptures, man.
Right.
Man, the testimony of Yahweh Shai, man.
Yes.
It pretty much dictate the affairs here on the planet Earth. That's a heavy concept, bro. So you people, you can downplay us, but guess what? We inching towards World War III, man. See? Right? You check back with us, right? You saw us, you encountered us right? Maybe we was up on 5 Points South, and I'm just speaking about this camp.
Right.
You know, obviously all the men are great millstones, brothers who are like-minded, right? But let's say like someone who saw us years back, you run across us again. It's still the same campaign, the Muslim, man. Right? But what's so heavy about it, the last time you checked with us, it has intensified. If you've been paying attention to the news. See that? So you might have checked with us and it was hot, right? But now you check back with us and Putin then swore that he gonna nuke this bitch. Well, he didn't, you know, test fired another missile. See? So your vain opinions, man, it don't hold no weight up there, man. Furthermore, we're not trying to convince you people. This is a secret council, man. Remember the disciples came to Yahweh Shah privately. And they asked to be briefed concerning these things, man. See? So ultimately, America's gonna be destroyed. So that was it on that?
Yeah, that.
Hey, so with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Double honors to the head apostles and elders, great millstone. Shalom to the fellow laborers out there, as always believers. Till the next time, shalom.
Shalom.